We all love Persona. Persona is life, and life is Persona. I can confirm that once I've reached rank 10 with my friends in real life, I no longer communicate with them, and I'm on to the next social link because I really have to max out everything by December. Yeah, we all do this. All of us do this. Yes, you in the audience, you do this. But in all seriousness, whether you're playing this game for the gameplay, its amazing music, or this kind of stuff, it's a good series where I will always be ready in line to buy the next game. As much as my wallet hates me, I'm still playing the games regardless how much they charge. Okay, besides this, if P2 Remake costs this much, I'm genuinely not buying this. But honestly, I hate to admit this, but one thing that Persona has a tendency to do outside its constant positives is something that I can't really stand, and it's in almost every game. It's the constant annoying tropes that quite literally don't add any substance or do anything to the narrative at all. They aren't even like good comedic value either, they're just there for no reason. Like there are constant scenes in Persona that do have an attempt at being funny, and sometimes they do land, sometimes they don't. Obviously that's just how comedy works. Sometimes you will have different jokes that appeal to different people, but these type of tropes and scenes don't even have a particular audience. So today I'm pretty much just going to be talking about the tropes that suck and why Atlus should really stop doing this if they really want to see Persona get to that next level of its popularity. And I have a channel and I ran on here, so let's just get this over with. If you're not familiar with what a trope is, I'll give you the textbook definition. It is a commonly referring motif, theme, or storytelling device that is used to convey meaning and evoke emotions in literature, film, and media. If you want a simpler version, it's pretty much just something that's repeated in constant fashion in every story of fiction that's ever been created, just to get the ball rolling, which you'll pretty much see everywhere. You can see it in your books, your games, and a lot of anime. Anime does this a lot. For example, a very popular trope is how the girl who is the friend or potential love interest of the main character in media and fiction usually don't really do much narrative-wise besides be a damsel in distress for the male protagonist to save. And via that saving, they grow a connection, yada yada, fall in love. You get it. You've probably seen this tons of times everywhere. Now, I'm not saying all tropes are bad, because some of them are pretty decently good and I actually like them. Like the villain turning into a redeemable character is a very split one public perception wise, because a lot of people just want characters to be bad in their stories, and I honestly get that. Sometimes it's just nice to have a villain going, yeah, I'm gonna blow up the earth and I'm just doing it because I want to. Also, another popular trope is the two male main leads being rivals while the girl is kind of just caught in the middle of them both. This is something you will see a lot in a lot of stories. And also, just like the previous one, I don't really see a problem with this one as long as it's done to the point where it makes sense. Now, I'm sure you guys are wondering why I've listed off a few tropes now, and it's mainly because I'm saying there's nothing wrong with having them. In order for a story to even exist, you need to have tropes in there, whether they're super common or not. So that's fine, there's no problems with using tropes in stories. The problem is some of the tropes Persona uses makes you ashamed to say that you like Persona in public. And that's exactly what I'm about to talk about right now.
Yo, somebody get the door!
I asked you guys what tropes you guys were tired of Persona doing, and I'm glad that we're in the similar headspaces here. Look, it's pretty clear Atlus has a weird thing about hot springs, and we all knew I was going to cover this because this is quite literally in every game. I even thought 5 was safe until Strikers came out, and then I just audibly sighed on seeing it. Like, why do these actually exist? Who do these even appeal to? Seriously. See, as I'm in my early 20s, I played Persona when I was younger. And even when I was a teen, I never really found this, like, I don't know, funny at all. Maybe I'm just, like, fucking boring. But, like, I genuinely don't understand what's the point of this. At least in the original Persona 3, it was a mini game. And you actually had to do something to avoid the girls. But in Reload now, it's just a dialogue option. Now, hold on. Like, don't be rash. Don't be rash. I already know Reload lovers are gonna come at me hating. But no, that was not me saying that just because I interacted with a Goon or a Sheen makes it any better. No, it doesn't. But at least it kept me engaged, you know what I'm saying? Like, at least I'm doing something. But now I'm just watching teenagers hide behind a rock like a cutscene, and I'm just watching it like, And the worst part is, it literally never changes how it happens. It's just, oh shit, girls weren't supposed to be here, oh no, and then the guys get beat up. Again, not saying mixing up how this happens is gonna be better either, just don't include it in the first place. But I'm trying to play devil's advocate here. Golden's is a little worse because instead the guys were actively trying to see them, where compared to like Reload and Strikers, it's an accident. It's the only group where they straight up deliberately go in there, and yeah, I'm not even gonna talk about this. It's funny because whenever I try to defend Persona 4 Golden about literally anything, people just bring up scenes like this and other freaky scenes, and I can't really defend it at all. To make matters worse, they also had an old Chie promotional game, and this is like the most freakish cooked shit I've ever seen. Because guys, who genuinely was playing this? They have a promotional like rhythm game for spying on an underage girl through a peephole. And if you actually do it well in the game, it gives you actual peeps of her through the hole. Again, I love this company, but who, for the love of God, actually created this and said, yeah, this is a fire idea for a promotional game. This will definitely get people to play the game. No, it won't. Who possibly thought this was a good idea? This is horrible. And if Atlas just has to add a hot spring scene, let's just say they just have to do it. Something in their contract says, yeah, per every Persona game, there has to be a hot spring scene. Sure, fine, just make it like Metaphor Revantasio. I legit remember actually seeing a hot spring in this game when I straight up had PTSD of Persona 4 Golden, because I thought they were going to do something freaky, but nope, it's just normal bathing and having conversations. Exactly what I wanted to see. So yeah, all in all, just please get rid of this. It adds nothing to the story like at all. It's stupid, it's fan servicey, nobody likes it. Please just get rid of it. Let's just get to the next one.
I want you to hit me. 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 I want you to hit me.
Now this bad trope is just one I exclusively just absolutely hate with every fiber of my body. Junpei Iori, Ryuji Sakamoto, Yosuke Hanamura. Each of these characters, which are supposed to be like the bro buddy type of character, are just constantly disrespected the entire game for almost no reason. Okay, there are sometimes reasons, but usually just for non-issue related stuff. I do have to admit the one who definitely doesn't deserve to be on this list is probably Ryuji. He gets the most hate from not just the actual characters in the game, but the actual fans. Now I'm not talking about whoever's watching this video. Unless you are from Japan, then yeah, I'm talking to you. For whatever reason, Japan absolutely hates Ryuji. Not only is he always pulled extremely low back when character pulls were done, but he is constantly just throwing jabs that deal with actual Japanese related stuff. For example, in the Japanese release of Strikers, everyone on the cover page was looking cool or farming and doing just tough shit. Each of them was like fighting a shadow, hitting their best pose. It looked nice, and for whatever reason, Ryuji is getting bitch slapped by a shadow in the top right corner. Like, nah, this is actually just messed up. Like, why only him? This is quite literally the first character you interact with as a confidant at Shujin, and is supposed to be, in my opinion, the most rebellious of all of the Phantom Thieves, yet he gets the most hate. I think another thing that adds to it is that they are always dumb for no reason. They purposely make the bro character usually less intelligent than the rest of the cast. And what's so funny is Yosuke arguably was more intelligent than the rest of the investigation team, because he was actually piecing a lot of stuff together early in the investigation before Naoto came along and pretty much just solved everything herself. It's not even the intelligence either, it doesn't stop there. They are usually just the butt of every joke, and always insulted that they will be single because they're either really corny or just awkward and lame, that one is really messed up. And they almost always beef with the mascot of the group, like Morgana beefing with Ryuji half the game, and Yosuke beefing with Teddy half the game. But guess what? Yet all of them are goated in the physical damage department gameplay wise. Even Yosuke, who is probably the more weaker ones of the group, still has Brave Blade at the ending of his all his skills that he learns. But yeah, it just sucks because all these characters for the most part are written very well. I kinda just wish they would make a bro character respected and intelligent. That's just one thing I'd like to see that can kinda maybe beat this trope. You can keep them still being a bro character, talking about girls occasionally, or maybe slacking off and chilling, or having more personal conversations with the MC than the others, but they don't always have to be the broken record butt of every joke and just constantly idiotic and saying sleazy stuff that don't really make any sense. Keep the broken gameplay part though, please. I really enjoyed that part.
I'm quite grateful for that, but I prefer the women in my life to be under 12.
Now, I wanted to keep this video for the most part spoiler free, so I'm not going to talk about twist villains too much, but this is going to cover tropish adults in this series, so just be advised on this part. All Persona adults are either just evil or completely useless, and there's almost no way around it. Persona logic is so simple. If you are over the age of 25, you are evil. I don't make the rules, I'm sorry, that's just how it goes. Teacher, evil. Or just useless. Coach, evil. Politician, evil. Detective, evil. The only good adult in the entire series is just some random guy running a coffee shop, and a drunken dad who occasionally shows up really late to the house. Also, shout out Zenkichi, he's also my goat. But Persona really just said, trust nobody with a full-time job. I guess in this case, unemployment is better in this series. I should send some of you guys to the Persona-verse. But yeah, like this isn't even limited to 5 by the way. 4 and 3 do the exact same thing. Most of the teachers you can't even interact with besides just occasional requests and random questions that yes, we weren't even listening to. I think the main issue is that they paint some of these as just background characters and then expect us to care or act shocked when they are somehow involved with the plot in any way at all. Take Fuka's disappearance for example. Who even remembers what Mr. Edoko teaches? I bet you can't even remember for like 20k in your pocket right now. Yet this dude knew Fuka was gone for a full ass week and didn't say a word, and is actually involved with something seriously plot-wise. It's very brief, but they actually do include him like we're supposed to know who this guy is. Then after that, we quite literally forget he exists again. Like, what's the point? It's so stupid because adults like this are featured randomly for a few scenes and then boom, you're finding out they blew up your car last week. Like, why? And don't even get me started on twist villains. If they're an adult and you have seen them maybe once or twice a month very briefly and subliminally, I'm sorry buddy, that dude is a villain. This isn't even a spoiler, it's just how the game goes and I hate it so much. Look, overall, tropes are pretty necessary for moving the plot forward, and you'll notice there's a lot I didn't mention in this video that Persona still uses, mainly because, well, you do have to start somewhere. Without your transfer kid from another school with no friends but suddenly awakes to a power from a somewhat traumatic event, you wouldn't have Persona. Like always fighting gods at the end, or the final dungeon that never really is the final dungeon, those are just par of the course with Persona, and aren't things that really diminish the game as a whole and the values it stands for. However, that being said, the ones I listed would definitely need to be changed somewhat, and I think they do not help the story at all. So yeah, that's about it. Be glad romance didn't make this list because there's a lot of slander I could have added about that. Actually, maybe I let romance go, just because of her.